Chapter 12. So Robbie went home in the afternoon, taking the gift I'd bought for him. It was a Nerf Frisbee. Nerf Frisbees are great. I've been wanting one for a long time, and giving one to your friend is like getting one for yourself. I hope your mom likes her present, and you get a lot of super stuff, Robbie said when he left. Yeah, thanks. Say Merry Christmas to everybody for me. When he'd gone, I took out a soft cloth and polished Mom's bike and rubbed the campies till they sparkled like sunlight. I tied a great bow on the handlebars before I went back inside. There was a game show on TV with a wheel and a ball and people are jumping around. I watched for a while, trying not to think of Nick and Blake. At 4:30, I got up to switch the set off and peer out the window, something I seem to be doing on a regular basis these days. And Angelica Trotter was on my front porch. First came the fright, ah! And then the excitement. He likes her. Figure it out. And before I knew what I was doing, I knocked on the window glass. Angelica jumped as if a firecracker had gone off at her feet. She stared at me and I stared at her. It was weird because although she was back to the looking like the scary grown-up Angelica Trotter again, I wasn't scared at all. I could still picture the mall Angelica hidden underneath. Angelica, wait, I mouthed and dashed for the front door. When I opened it, we were staring at one another again. Oh, hi, Marcus, she said. She was wearing red shorts and a striped red and white shirt and her red and green Color Me Christmas lipstick. Lots of it. Hi. I tugged at the sides of my t-shirt, tucking them more neatly into my jeans. So what's happening, Angelica? Nothing. I was just, riding by. Her neck was getting a funny spotted pink. Maybe her face was too underneath all the junk she had on it. There was a white envelope in her hand. I glanced down at it and saw my name printed on the front. I was just delivering this, she said, and shoved it at me. She'd put a Santa sticker where the stamp should have been. Good idea, I said. You can't be sure about the mail this time of year. It's great to save postage. I was secretly feeling around the envelope. This wasn't just a card. There was something else in here, something small and bulky. A Christmas present, probably. And I had nothing for her. How embarrassing. I opened the door a little wider. Would you like to come in? I thought you weren't allowed to have visitors, she said in her old simpery way. I almost got scared again. I think it's all right, because it's Christmas and because my mom knows you now. Well, okay. Should I just leave my bike here? That's fine. She passed me in a wave of perfume. We stood in the hallway and I was thinking, what next? Angelica Trotter in my house. What would Robbie say? You look very nice, I muttered, insincerely. Thank you. I could have just died in the mall. I mean, I look so awful. Then to meet you, the thing is, my parents don't allow me to wear makeup, not eyeliner or lipstick or anything. They're so old-fashioned when they're not. They're so old-fashioned, so I have to make myself look good when they're not around. Thank goodness they both leave the house before I do in the mornings, or you could guess how nerdy I'd look in school. Oh, I thought you looked really nice at the mall. I mean, really, really nice. I was making a mess out of this. Nicer than normal, even. Oh, sure, Angelica bent her head, examining our hall rug or else the red and green laces in her tennies. No, I did think that. I nodded and nodded to show how sincere I was. I like girls with ordinary faces. Ordinary? I mean plain. No, not plain. I didn't mean, just without gunk on them. Gunk? Is it hot in here, I asked. I think maybe I turned the heat on by mistake. Do you want some juice? I guess. I led the way to the kitchen and put the envelope on the table and got 2 glasses from the cupboard. We have orange or cranberry? Orange, please. Angelica hovered behind me. I carried the glasses to the table and said politely, would you like to sit? She sat across from me, her hands curled around the glass. She had nice, short, bitten nails like mine and fat little hands. Wow, I thought. Me and Angelica having a drink together. Wait till I tell Robbie. She stared around the kitchen. Your house is pretty. It's okay. Do you want to open your present now? She asked, looking down at the envelope. Criminy, so it was a present. If you want. Mom and I usually open all our gifts tonight. I was going to keep yours. I kind of want to see if you like it. Well, sure. I turned the envelope over, and across the flap were printed the letters IWAKFC. And underneath the words, you can ask me what this means. So what does it mean, I asked. She was starting to blush again. Oh, nothing. Just ignore that. I was planning on leaving it. You see, I didn't expect you to read it, not in front of me. Oh, okay. What?
She said, I tried to want to see if you like it, and then she said I wasn't expecting you to read it.
IWAKFC. Oh, okay. I ran my fingers under the glue, being careful not to tear the letters, which I planned on figuring out later. Inside was a small sealed plastic envelope filled with stamps. I've been collecting these for you for ages, Angelica said. I remembered your display at open house. When I shook the envelope, the stamps slithered around, and I could see lots that I already had. I probably had all of them, actually, since my collection is pretty extensive. My gran gave me this one, Angelica pointed through the plastic to a pink Italian Rocca Maggiore Azizi stamp, which is really common. A friend of hers is in Rome. She sent Gran a card. I had 3 of those that I had traded at the last flea market, but of course I didn't tell Angelica that. It's great. They're all great, I said. Our glasses were empty. Angelica's had red and green smears around the rim. I guess she leaves her Color Me Christmas trademark wherever she goes. Well, I said. Well, Angelica stood up. I stood too, still holding the envelope. I'm sorry I didn't get you anything for Christmas, Angelica. I didn't know I'd be seeing you. She gave me the strangest look, sort of shy and sort of soppy. I ride up and down your street a lot when I've got nothing better to do. Now it was my turn to blush. I could feel the burning even in my ears. She was telling me she liked me. Telling me out loud. With just 2 of us here. Well, Merry Christmas, Marky. Criminy. I hope she didn't start calling me Marky in school. Robbie would die laughing. You too, Merry Christmas, and thanks again for the stamps.